or welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria, and today we're going to be talking about some books that I am absolutely obsessed with. These are books that I have read relatively recently. Some of them I literally read like 2 days ago, but some of them I read like 2 months ago, and I just cannot get them off my mind. They are ones that are sticking with me, that I constantly think about. Some of these I actually gave 4 stars originally, and have since like gone back and have been like, no, I have not stopped thinking about this book. I'm giving it 5 stars. So I have 5 books to share with you, and hopefully you will find at least one that you can be obsessed with as much as I am. But before we get into that, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, who is Ana Luisa. I was so freaking excited when Ana Luisa reached out to me and asked if I wanted them to send me some jewelry, and I love their jewelry. I have been wearing their jewelry for years and I absolutely love them. My favorite type of jewelry is earrings. I am a very much earrings person. I have 4 piercings on each ear, so I'm gonna zoom in on my ear really close, so sorry about that. But I have 2 actually Ana Luisa jewelry earrings in my ear right now. So this one that's dangling in my second hole is jewelry that I have owned for a couple of years. I have had it in for so long. I shower with them, I sleep with them. They have held up so freaking well, and they have no backing. They're like huggy hoops, so they just like snap on, and there's nothing like poking me in the back, so I can sleep in them. And the earrings that they just sent me are these ones in my third hole, and they're little pearl ones, and I love pearls. Was never a huge fan of pearls, but recently in the last like 6 months I have become really into pearls. Like there's even like pearls on like my sweater, so I thought that would be so cute. I absolutely love them, and they are perfect for my third hole. But honestly, like I could definitely switch them up and put them in my second hole or even in my first hole if I wanted to do just something really simple. And I just love them so much. And they did send me, let me zoom back out. They did send me another pair also. So the ones in my third hole with the little pearls are called Ashley. So I will link both of them like that they sent me in the description, and then if I can find these ones in my second hole, I'll link those ones also with the name, because I'm not sure what they're called, because again, I got them a couple of years ago, so I'm not sure if they still have them. The other pair that they sent me are actually ones that I plan on giving to my mom, which is perfect because it is for Mother's Day. So it is so perfect. It's perfect timing for you to buy a pair of earrings or a necklace or a bracelet or a ring to give to the mom in your life. So these ones that I'm showing you are called Suzanne in the medium size, and my mom loves the like really simple things with just like a tiny bit of sparkle. So I thought that these would be so perfect. Plus she's always complaining about her earrings poking her in the back, and like I said, these ones have no like harsh backing. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. They have no harsh backing, so they are absolutely perfect for sleeping in, for just like daily life where nothing is just like poking you. There's no pain. I actually slept in these ones last night and they were absolutely perfect. I had no issues whatsoever. Even the ones with the little dangle, I have no issues with them. So I'm really excited to give these to my mom. She will be so excited. It's actually her birthday the day that I'm filming this, so it's going to be like a birthday, Mother's Day type gift. I know that she will absolutely love them, so definitely pick up Ana Luisa jewelry if you are interested and give them to a mom in your life, or just like pamper yourself, you know, self-love. I am constantly gifting myself presents. So if you need some new earrings or need a new bracelet or need a new necklace or just want one, honestly, you don't need to need it. You can just want one. Definitely check out Ana Luisa because their jewelry is absolutely fabulous, and I am so thankful for them for sponsoring this video. So now let's get into the books that I am obsessed with. So the first one that I have is Desire in His Blood by Zoe Draven. I love Zoe Draven. I have been a huge fan of her for ages. I love her Horde Kings of Drakkar series, and I wanted to read more from her before a Polycon, so I picked up Desire in His Blood, which is the first book in the Brides of Kylor series. I had seen other people, some friends of mine, reading it and absolutely loving it. The people who I saw talk about it loved it also, but I not like I love it. I love this book. So this one is about the Kylor, which are these monster beast alien guys. They are big, they drink blood. They are there's a vampire-y feel to it because they do drink blood, and they are very beastly and scary to other people. And the heroine in this one's name is Gemma, and she lives on this planet with her father and with her sisters, and her father is in debt. He has a gambling problem, he has an alcohol problem, he's got issues, and she, as the oldest daughter, has been very much taking care of her family for a long time, and she has been trying to pay off her father's debt. And the hero in this one's name is Azur, I think, and he is the head of the house, one of the houses of the Kylor. So the Kylor's governing system, I guess, for lack of a better word. The Kylor governing system is broken into different houses, and he's the head of one of the houses. So he's high up, he's powerful. And he reaches out to Gemma to have an arranged marriage. He's like, I will pay off your father's debt if you marry me. And she is afraid, but is like, I cannot turn this down because I need to protect my sisters. I need the debt to be paid off so my sisters can have good lives. So she agrees. But she does not know that the reason why the hero Azur wants her to marry him is because he plans to get back at her father. He blames her father for the death of a very close family member to him, and that death has devastated his family, and so he wants to get back at the family of the man who he believes is responsible. And it is a forced marriage, arranged marriage type thing, but he is running the show. And she gets there, and it has a fated mate element, and the hero is like, no, I don't want to be fated mates with her. But his body, his mind just can't get on the same page, and he is so attracted to her, and the relationship that develops between the two of them is so fucking good. Desire in His Blood is such a good title for this. It's so much about desire. It's so much about his mind fighting with his body and what his body needs. It's so good. And once his mind gets on the same page, their relationship is so strong and so good. Absolutely loved this book. Would highly recommend it. It's so fucking good, and I am obsessed with it. And I think I gave it 4.5 stars when I first rated it, but I will probably bump that up to 5 stars. The next one that I have is one that I read super recently, and that is Bromantic Puckboy by Eden Finley and Saxon James. I have talked a lot about Eden Finley on my channel. I love her books. I have spoken so much about how much I love her books. They are just so fun, low angst, such a good time. It is a boost of serotonin when I read her books, and especially her books with that she co-writes with Saxon James. They are all of Eden Finley's books are but they are they are hockey, they are so good. And this book, Bromantic Puckboy, is the newest book in the Puckboy series, and this series is just full of ridiculous gay hockey players who are just so fucking ridiculous and fun. And this book is up there. It's up there as one of my favorites in the series. It's probably my second favorite in the series. Irresponsible Puckboy is still holding out as #1. Trippin' Decks, I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to beat them for me, but this one, so close. It came so close. I gave this book 5 stars. Again, boost of serotonin while reading it. I was just so smiley, so happy the entire time. This one is about a guy who is constantly getting married and divorced, and he's been divorced 4 times at this point, and he is a veteran hockey player, and he decides to switch teams. He's like puts in for a transfer because he's like, I gotta get out of this town and away from my ex-wives. So he moves to Nashville, to the Nashville team, and he ends up meeting this rookie on the team, and they become really good friends. They have this really close friendship, and Bilson, his name is Bilson. So Bilson is the one who has a lot of divorces, and he is like, I need to stay celibate because the next person that I sleep with, I'm gonna end up marrying them. And he's like, I can't get married again. So he ends up hanging out with the rookie a lot, who he just refers to as Rook. And it's so funny. The two of them are like, let's have a threesome. But then they can't find anyone to have a threesome with. But they're both really horny. So they're like, let's just do it. It will just be sex. It will not be emotions, and I won't fall in love with you and want to marry you because I'm straight. And then they continue to have sex, and it is a double bi awakening. And if you know anything about my love for romances, I fucking love a bi awakening. I love a bi awakening. It is like one of my favorite tropes to be in romances, and this with the double bi awakening, it made me so happy. I'm like, cannot stop smiling while talking about it, and I could not stop smiling while reading it. I loved this. So fun. If you have not picked up Eden Finley and Saxon James's co-writes, or just Eden Finley in general, or just Saxon James in general, because her frat war series, which is mentioned in this, so like one of the other hero, the rookie, he is from her Frat Wars series, Saxon James's Frat Wars series, and that series is so freaking good. So just everything goes together, everything's connected. They call it the Sandinverse, and it's so good. If you just want a fun, good time, pick up Eden Finley and Saxon James. The next one that I have is another one that I read super recently. This is the one that I literally read like 2 days ago, and that is Burnout by Becca Jenchak. When I'm filming this book is not even out yet. I don't know when this video is going up, but hopefully it'll be out by then. If not, definitely pick up this book when it comes out. It comes out on April 25th. So Burnout by Rebecca Jenchak is about a hero named Knox, who is a motocross racer, and he has this like very bad boy persona, but like secret heart of gold. He's secretly a softie, and he has been through some shit in his life. His mother died when he was really young. His father has been in and out for all his life, and he has taken responsibility of his siblings. He has been the one to take care of his siblings. He dropped out of high school, and he has just taken care of his siblings for the last 5 years. And he has recently gotten back into motocross, but he got kicked off of his team, and so he's looking for a new team, and his friend is like, why don't you ride with us for the summer? And they are trick riders. So in order to boost his confidence and his like skill and his strength, his friend recommends that he go see this gymnast to help him with like handstands and stuff for the tricks. And so he does, and the heroine, who is the gymnast, her name is Avery. I am so sorry for the lighting. It just got so dark outside. The heroine, her name is Avery. She is a Olympic gymnast and has recently come back from an injury, and she and him get off on the wrong foot. They have so much banter and so much just like, I don't like you moments in the beginning, because they are very different people. Knox is this very like bad boy persona, like I said. Avery is everything is pink, smiley, shiny kind of girl, and they have such good banter. And they get so attracted to each other, and it is so good. And they end up having sort of like a friends with benefits type arrangement, where they're like, it's just gonna be sex because we're both not in a position to have a relationship. But they fall so hard for each other, and I was obsessed with this book. Absolutely 5 stars. New favorite Rebecca Jenchak book. It is so good. There is a scene in this, if you have read it, you'll know what I'm talking about, but I don't want to spoil it for the people who haven't read it. But there is a scene in this with a pink bike that I like full swooned over. I was like literally dying while reading this, and I'm like sitting on the couch next to my mom and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm listening to this book. It was so good. It was so good. Absolutely obsessed. Literally, I want to reread it already, and I literally read it 2 days ago. I am hoping that the rest of his brothers get books. I already have talked to Rebecca about it, but I'm like, I really hope that the rest of his brothers get books because I loved the rest of his family and I'm just obsessed. The next one that I have is one that I've also talked about kind of recently, but I need to bring it up again because I love it so much, and that is the Dragons of Ember Holo series by Tessa Hale. Only the book 1 and book 2 are currently out in this series, and it is a series that needs to be read in order. Book 1 and book 2 end on cliffhangers, but I promise they are so worth it. This series is a reverse harem series about a heroine named Hayden who goes to a new college and ends up meeting this group of guys and finding out that not only are they her fated mates, but they also turn into giant dragons, and that it's very likely that she is going to turn into a giant dragon. And it's so good. And the tropes and like relationships for each of the heroes, because it is a reverse harem, and so there are like four, 5 heroes, and there's like a golden retriever hero, there's a tortured hero, there's a professor forbidden hero, there's an age gap billionaire hero. It's so good. It's so good. All of the things. It just makes me so excited while reading it. They are fast-paced. They are intriguing. They are books that you can read in one sitting and are like dying for the next one. The cliffhanger of book 2. What? Cannot wait for book 3 to come out. It comes out in a couple of months, but I absolutely love this series. Like I said, I've mentioned it quite a few times on my channel, so I don't want to go super in depth into it because you're going to get tired of me talking about it, but I promise it's that good. It's so amazing and would highly recommend it. Also, I mentioned in my I did like a brief guide to why choose romances, and in that video, which I will link down below if you haven't seen it, but I mentioned that Tessa Hale would be a perfect start to reverse harem books. So if you are not a fan of reverse harems, or if you want to get into reverse harems and you don't know where to start, highly recommend picking up a Tessa Hale series because they are just so approachable and easy. The guys are so distinguishable, and that is very true for this book as well, or this series as well. So I would highly recommend it. I absolutely love it. The last one that I'm going to talk about is another one that I read a couple of months ago and that I gave 4 stars when I first read it, but cannot stop thinking about it, and that is Whispers of the Deep by Emma Hamm. So this book is about a heroine who lives in these domes under the sea, under the ocean. So it takes place in kind of like a post-apocalyptic kind of universe where the surface is no longer livable and humans have moved underwater into these big giant glass domes. And underneath the water, the humans have encountered this other species, which are basically like scary ass mermaids that they call undines or undines, however you want to pronounce it. And this book is about a heroine who is working on the glass when she finds a crack in the glass and ends up coming face to face with this male undine. And she is very intrigued by him, but then he breaks the glass, and then she rescues him, he rescues her, there's all this sorts of things going on, but he ends up kidnapping her. And it is a captor-captive style romance. His people hate the humans because they're polluting the waters under the ocean, and the humans hate the undines. Honestly, it's just because the humans are scared and the undines keep ruining things for them because the humans came into their home and started polluting and changing things. So honestly, I'm on the undine side with this one, but the undine the hero kidnaps the heroine because his people want to learn more about the humans in order to destroy them, basically. And so it is a captor-captive romance. It is a we don't speak each other's language type of romance. There's communication barrier because each one doesn't speak the other's language, but she is held in this cave with him for so long, and the way that they learn to communicate with each other, the way that they learn to understand each other, and like understand each other past communication, but just like where the other person is coming from and how they come to care for one another, how they come to fall in love. It is so, so cool. This book is incredibly atmospheric. I am terrified of the deep ocean. It is not something that I ever want to come in contact with. Like, if some you could not pay me enough money to go scuba diving. No fucking way. But the way that Emma Hamm talked about this under the ocean and these undine, I was both terrified but also so intrigued by it, and was like, this sounds beautiful. And I was like thinking about what it would be like to live under the ocean in a way that was like made me less terrified. And that is just like great writing right there, because truly, absolutely just terrified of the deep ocean. It was just so gorgeous, so atmospheric. The romance is incredibly well done, and I am really excited to read more and have future like books in this series. I'm really hoping there are more books in this series, because I would love to see like the continuation of the humans and undines and how things go and how they like work with each other. There's also, the undine has 2 penises, so honestly, I will be truly honest and say that that is a big reason why I picked up this book, because I was intrigued by that. But I'm very, very glad that I did pick up this book, because it's so, so amazing. And thank you so much to Avery from Ava's Romance Books, because she is the first one that I heard talk about this book, and now I absolutely love it, and I will be reading a billion more Emma Hamm books because I really, really love her. But that is the last one that I have for this video for books that I have been obsessed with recently. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you find one that you can obsess about as much as I do. And thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. Make sure that you check out the link in my description and get yourself something for Mother's Day, or get your mom something for Mother's Day, or just like treat yourself and get yourself a nice new piece of jewelry. But that's going to be it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe, stick around and see more content from me, and leave me the black heart emoji in the comments. But that's gonna be it, so I hope you have the absolute best day. Bye!